a treble of the League, Cup and Champions League. But will it be Catalan artistry or Basque spirit that prevails? A cacophony of noise at kickoff time. Barcelona with 2 league victories already under their belt against Atletic. 2 Neymar goals here in a 2-0 win. 5-2 winners at the San Mamés. It won't count for much from a psychological point of view. And how do you see the opening minutes here? What's important in particular for the underdogs, Jerry?
Yeah, not to concede an early goal, not to make silly mistakes and give free kicks away. Get behind the ball, which is what they're doing. They're pressing the players on the ball. It's okay to let them have it in their own defensive third in that position there where Mascherano has it and PK, but they need to put pressure on them when they cross the halfway line. And, you know, just make it difficult for them. Messi's out here wide and they're trying to get their normal game going. They'll have 70% possession for me, Barcelona. It's what they create, and obviously they've got to stop them creating.
Well, here's Mascherano. Introduces Jordi Alba into the attack. Now Neymar, who has that rookie defender Bustinza up against him tonight. I'm sure they'll be looking to test that right flank of the Athletic defence as quickly as possible. Dani Alves, whose future at Barcelona is still up in the air. And that free kick not taken from the right position, so our referee tonight, Carlos Velasco Caballo, pulls it back. And here is Alves. Messi immediately surrounded.
Just going to say 2-3 of them around him every time. And Iñaki Williams wins a free kick, but that's what they needed to do, Kevin. They need to put pressure on the key players up front. Whenever they get the ball, there's got to be at least 2 players pressing them, and don't make it easy.
Well, this, of course, wasn't Atletic Bilbao's preferred venue for this Copa del Rey final. In fact, both clubs wanted the Santiago Bernabeu, Real Madrid's home. Real Madrid weren't too happy with having 40-odd thousand Catalans in the city and turned down the request. So here we are at the Camp Nou, and Iñaki Williams able to get that through towards Iraola, who's still well advanced here. Adariz reducing the foul on Mascherano.
Well, it's clever play from Mascherano. He gets his body in the way and says, go on then, touch me, and I'll take the free kick. And he plays for it and he gets it. To be fair, I don't think Adariz does that much to him.
Well, without question, some of Barcelona's football in the second half of this season has been getting close to that wonderful team under Guardiola in that treble-winning season of 2008-9. And it's been largely down to that perfect storm of the front three of Messi, Suarez and Neymar. Suarez's involvement, of course, he had a delayed start to his first season here due to suspension, but he really has picked his pace up throughout the rest of the campaign, and he's been an integral part of Barcelona's front play. But here come Athletic now, looking to buy a free kick. Referee had a really good view and said no. Challenge came in from Busquets and Rakitic. Wonderful switch pass here to Neymar. Support now from Jordi Alba. Neymar again, trying to slip it through towards Messi. Iniesta. Rakitic. Nice turn from the Croatian international, but that attack comes to nothing.
Well, they're pressing well, Kevin, the Bilbao defence and the midfield. They broke away a couple of times. You've seen this is the free kick he was looking for. He's gone down a little bit too easy. There was minimal contact, but I think he overplayed it, and that's why the referee didn't give the free kick. But it's an interesting one. They're just feeling their way in these early 4 or 5 minutes. And no shots on target from either side. Very cautious.
Here's Suarez. Cheta, a quick foot in there. It's taken on now by Adariz, playing in his first ever Copa del Rey final at the age of 34. Mikel Rico's cross. And Adariz is very powerful in the air, but I think Iñaki Williams was hoping that Adariz was going to leave that because he was better positioned, it seemed.
Yeah, absolutely, at the far post, and maybe there was a lack of communications there. You can see Adariz getting up and getting a touch on it when Iñaki Williams, as you say, Kevin, was much better placed. Great ball in. That's the first real opportunity as such, and it really could have been much better for Atletic Bilbao. Jordi Alba not the strongest in the air at the far post, and maybe that's something that they can work on.
Mascherano. Alves. Messi. Switch of Lionel Messi to a right-sided role has been something of a masterstroke this season. He's revelled in it, almost like an inside right role. There's one for the pensioners. Doesn't stick, of course, rigidly to an old right winger's role, if you like, but opposition have found it very difficult to pick him up in that position, and he's created, as well as his glut of goals personally, Jerry, he's created so many assists from that position this season.
Absolutely, as we see, and it's minimal contact again. I think Rakitic just makes the most of it there, but you know, his vision, Kevin, he's creating chances all the time. He's not just a goal scorer, he works hard for the side, and he creates almost as many goals as he scores.
Barcelona players, when we were down next to them around 40 minutes or so ago at pitch side, looking so relaxed, almost as if they were coming here to play a practice game, a testimonial. Of course, so many of those out there in the Barcelona colours have played in major finals, big games, club and country. For Ernesto Valverde's Atletic Bilbao, this is an entirely different proposition for them.
I think that does give them an advantage, there's no doubt about that, but the one thing they can't be is too complacent. They are at home, you know, they don't expect to lose at home, but listen, it can happen. We've seen it before in Copa del Rey when Real Madrid were beaten by Deportivo back in 2002, 2003 in their own stadium in the Bernabeu. It can happen, so if you get complacent, you'll get punished.
Ernesto Valverde calling for his players to produce an intense performance. Intensity suits us, he said. If they can pull in the kind of performance on and off the ball that they did against Manchester United a couple of seasons or so back in the Europa League, when they were sensational over those two legs, and they may well cause a huge upset here. Not been heavy scorers on the way to the final by any means, just 10 goals next to Barcelona's 31.
Yes, you can see here the offside, coming back from an offside position as the ball was played. But you're right, Kevin, they've not scored many goals, but they haven't conceded many goals, and that's the key to me. They're keeping it tight at the back, creating half a dozen chances, putting one of them in the back of the net, winning 1-0. That's obviously the way they want to do it today. Now, the last two victories they had, Kevin, in 1984 and in 1932 were both 1-0 victories, and I think certainly he would take that now, Ernesto Valverde.
Dani Alves has come right back to his best form this season. Rico helping that on, but to no avail.
Well, solid midfield player, Mikel Rico. He'll get forward. He put a lovely ball in there, down the left-hand side, checked back on his right foot, and whipped one into the far post. And oh, there's a chance, mistake.
Ter Stegen almost having his pocket picked there by Iñaki Williams. Barcelona goalkeeper only just escaped. Huge embarrassment there. Here's Iniesta. Messi, there's that pass, and Neymar! Offside, it won't count. But that's the exact pass I was talking about earlier Messi from that right flank, but Neymar saw the flag up against it.
It's precision. It's got to be really tight. It usually is. And as you can see, oh, it's very tight. It's a hard one to call. The linesman's in a better position than us, Kevin, but that's a really tough one. But as I said earlier, Messi goes down the right, checks back left foot, whips it in, far post, in comes Neymar. That's the risk you take. I think we can look at that one in the studio later on.
Alves. Now Mascherano. Alves sprung away there from Mikel Rico. It's a lovely layoff to Suarez, who just ran into Echeta. Now Benyat. Asking too much there of Rico.
Let's look at it again. Oh, Kevin. That's so. If he's offside, it's inches. A very tight call. I think the linesman may have got it right, though.
Here's Rakitic. And now Suarez! Outstretched leg of Iago Herrera into Atletic's rescue, but the pressure still on here. Rakitic can't get there. Iniesta. No flag. Suarez trying to keep the attack alive, and respite for the Basques.
Just on a play, wonderful piece of play, passage of play from Barcelona, really intensifying it, Kevin. Up the tempo, up the ante, got strikes in, shots blocked. Now, this is it again. Suarez on target, great save from the goalkeeper. He's done really well in that one. Looking for the free kick, doesn't come. Dani Alves, twinkle toes inside the box, tees it up, shots blocked. And then Iniesta's shots deflected, but young goalkeeper Iago Herrera has made an excellent save at the very start, Kevin. This is a mistake. You don't take chances like that. Ter Stegen shouldn't be doing that.
We've got both the reserve goalkeepers out here in this Copa del Rey final. Of course, Claudio Bravo, the #1 for Barcelona. Gorka Irizos for Athletic, whose goal is coming under pressure again here. Suarez. Little drop for Iniesta. Experience of Adarife. He knows when he can buy a challenge in a position where he needed to buy his team a free kick.
Absolutely, and to give them that little bit of respite. They've been under the cosh, Kevin. When the ball goes to your front man, he's got to make it stick. Give them a chance to get forward, to get out and support him, and maybe keep possession a little bit longer. Because that's the key for me. They must pass the ball better. Young Iñaki Williams is going to be a problem. I'd say he's really quick, and he's caught them out once or twice. But the keeper, Ter Stegen, shouldn't be taking chances like that.
"31 years since Atletic Bilbao have won the Copa del Rey. Took to the Nervion River in the Basque Country. Went on an old barge, an old fishing boat, and the players were greeted by around 1.5 million fans in the city of Bilbao as they celebrated long and loud that cup success. It was over Barcelona.
You know, they're getting the barge ready, Kevin. They're preparing it with the red and white colours, and fully expect their team to come down here into the capital Catalan and get the result that's going to make them all happy. But so far, it's Barcelona's come the closest to scoring. They did have one goal. It was put in the back of the net. It was given away as an offside decision. And there's another free kick given. And this is the interesting one. I said at the start, Bustinza, the young right back, he's got a little bit square on, and the pace and the skill of Neymar, he's going to take him on a one-on-one. He needs a little bit of cover there.
Alves. Messi somehow extricated himself from that tight spot. Almost got it through there to Neymar. Dani Alves not at all happy to be penalised there.
It's one of those tight ones where both of them put their feet up. Dani Alves maybe a little bit higher, but he wanted, you see the foot coming through with the follow through. That's probably where it went against him. And the experienced referee, Velasco Carvalho, has given it in favour of Atletic Bilbao. Well, there's a young goalkeeper who made the first save, Iago Herrerin.
Adariz there in the form of his life, getting better with age, getting quicker with age, which goes against the grain entirely.
He said, you know, his dream is to score in the cup final, to score the winning goal and to score in the cup final for his club. He said it earlier, it's his first Copa del Rey final. It would be fantastic for him to get a goal. But I don't know if one goal is going to be enough against this Barcelona side.
Quarter of an hour gone. If you have just joined the game, Barcelona have already had a goal disallowed. Neymar, a very tight offside decision. Alves. Jordi Alba. Rakitic making the forward run. Mascherano decided not to play that long pass. Here's Iniesta.
Good turn.
Balenciaga certainly had a hold of Messi's shirt there. That's what he's complaining about.
Yeah, the referee or the linesman on this side saw it and he's asking. He said, what's going on? Linesman didn't give it. The referee can't give it if he doesn't see it. He needed a little bit of a help from his assistant there.
Messi teasing Balenciaga again. Fullback gets the better of that duel though. Neither Luis Enrique or Ernesto Valverde are of Catalan or Basque heritage. This time the referee, Carlos Velasco Carvalho, is a little bit unhappy at the Barcelona players applying pressure there, but he has given the free kick.
Well, it was San Jose who caught Neymar. I don't think there's that much contact, Kevin. I'm sure it's minimal contact. It didn't look a bad challenge. Certainly Neymar's made the most of the situation.
Valverde, of course, did play for Atletic Bilbao, but he wasn't born specifically in the Basque region. He hails from the Extremadura area of the country, but he moved to the Basque region as a youngster, so there's a little bit of a bending of the rules. Of course, they still have this policy of selecting only Basque-born players or Basque-nurtured players. Here's an opportunity maybe for Neymar to strike for goal. Didn't take it on, and the opening is gone.
They're giving it away, Kevin. This is my point. They've worked hard to defend, to stop them getting it through, but then don't knock it forward and give it away. Try and keep the ball a little bit better, because they're just encouraging more pressure on themselves. Oh, chance. Offside or foul.
Well, it was the referee who gave it against Suarez. The assistant on this near side kept his flag down. But I think it was more for the foul. It certainly wasn't offside.
Well, it looks as if he's trying to get past him. He's bumped into him. Didn't look that bad a challenge to me. And certainly referees favoured the defenders and given the free kick. When you're talking about the rules, Kevin, and obviously about Basque players, we were chatting earlier about Latman Laporte. He's one that comes into the same category as Lizarazu. You know, there was two of them, and you know, they're French sort of Basques. That was a slight bending of the rules as well. All right, Ter Stegen needs to keep a little bit more composed and not take chances.
But the fact they do have that policy in terms of their player selection makes it all the more remarkable that along with Barcelona and Real Madrid, Atletic Bilbao have never been relegated from the Primera Division.
It's something to be admired, I have to say. Well, there's three of them round. He's still going. Look at this, Kevin.
It's a brilliant run from Messi. Did he go all the way? It's one of the great Copa del Rey final goals from the magical, mercurial Lionel Messi. Lights up the Camp Nou one more time.
Oh, Kevin, I said they need at least two players to stop him. There was three there. He beat all three of them. Then he beat another one, and he put it into the near post. Messi is amazing. The amazing Messi has just scored one of the best goals you're ever going to see in a cup final. Absolutely superb. And this is the genius of the little man. Oh, Kevin, 57 goals now this season, and he's not finished. Great time to score. Look at this. 1, 2, round him. Kicks away from Rico. One more defender inside. Bang. Oh, he's just unbelievable. How do you stop him? And you think three of them around him, he's not going to get past them all. He does. Then he takes on the fourth, comes inside and scores it at the near post. He's just incredible. I don't think we've ever seen or ever will see anything like Lionel Messi again.
Well, he didn't manage in that World Cup final to turn that part of the Brazilian coastline into Rio de Janeiro. But he has exploded back this season, right up to his very, very best. How close are we looking now at the best Messi, Jerry?
Well, we expect it off him all the time. When he doesn't deliver it, we get a little bit disappointed. And then he does things that we go, wow, he's something special. He had a disappointing season last year, and he's come back totally rejuvenated. I said that at the start of the season. He looks a different player. He's got the hunger again. You know what, Kevin, I don't think there's any other player in the world can do what he just done. And that stands out. That's what he is. He's just a one-off. He's incredible. If George Best was alive now, he would just say, wow, what a great player. Because George would just have adored Messi and the style of football that he has.
Well, we are so privileged to be watching him at Atletic Bilbao. The heavy underdogs in this final. With great character and spirit, they're going to need all that. They've come back here. Mikel Rico. Of course, King Piqué had a really well-timed challenge.
Hasn't he come good in the last 5-6 months, Piqué, Kevin? He's been brilliant for me. Thought he had a difficult early couple of months this season. Fell out with Luis Enrique, who again stamped his authority. And look at the result. Piqué at his best.
This is Neymar. Support run from the right back Alves, who quite happy to drift into a central midfield position. Messi, perfectly weighted pass. Well, Suarez had a chance to take that first time.
First touch, Kevin. I think he wanted to take a touch and then finish it off. Brilliant flowing move from Barcelona. You know, it was so effortless the way they passed the ball. And the pass again, it's from right to left. It's Messi. He puts it on a sixpence for you.
Alves. The worst shades, Jerry, of that great Copa del Rey goal that Messi scored against Getafe that you and I were privileged to commentate upon. He didn't travel quite so far on that occasion tonight, but it was magical, wasn't it?
It was, and that's what he's been doing all his career. He has that low centre of gravity. He's got a great change of direction, fantastic mentality. Oh, he just goes past people, and they've tried to kick him, they've tried everything they can, but he's just amazing. He really is a special player. I've not seen anything like him, and I've seen some fabulous players in my time.
You know, outside of the pitch, outside the dressing room, there's still something of the shy introvert Lionel Messi, but all of our credit, he's still gloriously uninhibited on the pitch.
Well, they've got the breakthrough now, and that was the key thing for me, to get the goal early on, and obviously obviously they can build on that. Bilbao won't go silly. They can still keep the same formation, play the same way, close them down. But they've got to keep better possession of the ball. They've got to try and get the ball a better service to Adarith and Iñaki Williams. They mustn't concede a second goal. That's the other thing. Give it away to Messi.
Laporte losing out to Messi. Suarez perfectly timed run. Neymar's in there. Big save from Iago Herrera. Absolutely crucial at this point of the Copa del Rey final. But now Busquets. Rakitic. Somehow Atletic Bilbao have to stay with those runs. Easier said than done. The movement of that front three is awesome.
Evan, it's 118 goals now this season from the front three. That's the problem that every team who plays them has got. You know, and I'm sure Juventus are watching this game quite attentively and trying to pick any areas that they can capitalise on. But the front three, there's a free kick given for the foul there.
Messi was looking to get on with it immediately. The referee's back was turned and it will be taken at a more leisurely pace. That 118 total now for the Barca front three equals that of Ronaldo, Benzema and Higuain 3 seasons ago.
Look at it from this level, Kevin, down low. Still trying to kick him, stop him, can't do nothing. The balance is perfect. He's got one thing in his mind. Any angle you give me, I'm going to find a gap. And he found it at the near post. And, you know, normally I'd criticise the young goalkeeper of Iago Herrera, who's been beaten at the near post, but he's made 2 or 3 great saves already. The last save he made from Neymar, oh, my goodness.
Close again on that Athletic goal. Needed Herrera again to make the intervention.
Well, he's having a great season. 7 goals during PK. He gets on the end of it again. Set plays. You cannot leave him alone. Young goalkeeper, that's his 4th save, Kevin. He's having a great game.
Rakitic with a corner. Alves. Flag stays down again here. It's Neymar.
It's a chance, real chance, absolutely great chance, and I think he shouldn't have went that side. He should have went the other side. I thought he was actually going to lob him. It looked like when he controlled it, it was on for the lob over the young goalkeeper. They're stepping up. They've run out. Neymar's on side. His first touch wasn't bad, but you can't go and beat him at the near post again there. That's the save he made earlier. That was a game-defining save for me. They go 2-0 down. It's all over. I can't see them coming back then.
These are the situations that Athletic have to maximise now. Set pieces. Barcelona have improved defending set pieces this season under Luis Enrique.
Absolutely. People don't realise that they don't concede as easily as they did a couple of years ago. They're very well organised.
Beñat with the free kick. Barcelona looking to push a high line. Now they retreat. There's Williams. Comfortable take for Ter Stegen.
Again, Iñaki Williams was just trying to get it back into the danger area. High kick from Ter Stegen. Neymar keeping in, he can.
Referee just for a second or two waiting to see if any advantage accrued, and also stepping in case there was any afters between Neymar and Iraola.
Well, he keeps it in, then he loses his footing, but he does make a little bit of a meal out of it. That's what Iraola's saying. It's a free kick, but nothing more than that.
Here's Piqué, who, as well as finding his best defensive form this season, has also produced his best campaign for goals, leading with 7. Messi, another glorious pass, picks out Jordi Alba, early ball in, just out of the reach of Suarez.
Again, Kevin, that formation we said about it, right hand side, diagonal ball with his left foot, fabulous pass to Jordi Alba. He sticks it back into the danger area, and look how close Suarez is. He's so close to get on the end of this one, inches away, and they're creating chance after chance. They haven't taken him. When they have taken him, the young goalkeeper's made some fabulous saves. And 1 disallowed, but they're still 1-0 up.
There's Benyat, who, along with Iraola and Mikel Rico, struggling to get a foothold into midfield. Now Bustinza for Iñaki Williams, of African descent, but he's actually born in Bilbao. A 20-year-old striker who's playing down in the shadows of Spanish League football with the B team earlier this season, now in a cup final.
It's offside, and Iñaki Williams coming back from an offside position, and a little bit of a pushing and shoving. Jordi Alba trying to pick on the young lad. The referee is going to have a word with them both. Well, he's definitely offside.
Williams' breakthrough into the first team picture this season has earned him his first Spanish under-21 caps. Has a Liberian mother, Ghanaian father. And the referee just making sure that tempers have cooled a little between those two.
Well, just over a third of the game gone, and they've got the breakthrough. Barcelona have had several other chances, but Atletic Bilbao are still hanging in there. Just don't feel they can concede another goal.
Mascherano. Rakitic under pressure, illegal pressure from Laporte.
Well, you know, if you make a challenge from behind, and he's got his body in the way, he's trying to wrap his leg around him. Laporte, who's just turned 21 a day or two ago, and it's another part of the learning curve for him. He's got great potential. Lovely 1-2.
Neymar in full stride here. Chance opens up. Now he's going to have to use Dani Alves. Well, the flag's up for offside. Barcelona were hoping to get a corner out of that, but the assistant's flag on this near side went up immediately.
I thought initially Neymar did brilliant, but when he got into the edge of the date, he should be shooting there. He's gone past him, have a shot. Don't want to take another touch and take another player on. Get a shot at it. Just a little bit of overplaying from the 23-year-old. You can see he's clearly offside. Great decision from the officials. There's a super first touch from Adarith. He needs to do that to give them a lifeline, to hold the ball up front and let the likes of Mikel Rico and Benyat and co get forward and support. That's a good ball.
Might just drop here. Very nearly did for the Atletic captain, Andoni Iraola.
Any sort of ball into the box for Adarith, he's a real threat. What's this? It's not the best angle, but look, he's up there. He's so close, he takes the attention of the centre halves away, and Iraola almost prospered from that.
Iniesta. Alves. Rakitic needing to help out his fullback.
I think Mikel Rico knew where Dani Alves was going before he did. And that's something you've got to be pressing from Atletic Bilbao. They've won it back.
And the fans respond to that. Mikel Rico didn't want to make any contact on that. He knew he drifted back from an offside position. Playing on the left side of that Atletic Bilbao midfield, Mikel Rico, we're normally used to seeing him in the engine room in the middle.
Yeah, that was the change he made. He could have played Suzieta. He decided to go for 4 solid midfield players, and obviously more experienced. Suzieta, he might get a look in some stage later on, but I think it was probably the right decision. That's a great ball to Iniesta.
Suarez offering unselfish space for other teammates there. He made a great run. Engaged a couple of that Atletic Bilbao back line. Still with Iniesta. Piqué. Alves. Alves and Messi love working with one another. They're great pals off the pitch, those two. Rakitic.
Oh.
Suarez. Wonderful move.
2-0.
It's just absolutely glorious. How do you defend against that?
You can't, Kevin. That's the answer. Simply you can't. Some of the passing before the goal was in such a tight area. Messi, he twirled one way, came out outside hook, played a 1-2, got it back, and then he went for the pass. It was intercepted, but he picks it up again. And it's just unbelievable, the quality of the passing and movement from this Barcelona front three. Neymar, he's on the end of it. I mean, he's having a great season, but look at the link-up play here. This is it. Messi, 1-2. Then Rakitic puts him in. Suarez is onside. He squares it, and it's a tap in. And that's what the front three can do. And they're trying to step up. They've got it wrong. It's a simple tap in the end. But they've just been so taken apart with the passing and movement. They can appeal all they want. It's not going to change it. 2-0. And I can't see any way back for Atletic Bilbao now, Kevin.
Well, closer scrutiny of the replay showed that it was naive defending, really. That gap was far too big for Suarez to drift into.
It's okay to push up if somebody's putting pressure on the man on the ball, but the initial movement was so good. I mean, you need to go back about 10 seconds before the final pass, because the actual build-up was fantastic with Messi and Dani Alves. There is a real partnership there, Kevin. You mentioned it. There's a fabulous partnership. Those two are best mates. They combine well. They look for each other. Messi did the little outside hook turn, come back in, got the 1-2 of Dani Alves, and there's nothing really Ernesto Valverde can do.
Well, it appeared a tough task at the outset. It's got an awful lot more difficult now for the Basques.
I think they knew they were up against it coming here against such a good side. They also knew that they were not going to have as much possession as Barcelona, but it was always the front three. How do you keep them quiet? I don't think you can.
This is Iñaki Williams. Neymar.
Pass.
Now 119 goals between that Barcelona front three. You know, we were talking at the time when Messi, Eto'o and Henry reached 100, and we thought, Jerry, it's going to be a few years before we see that again.
Yeah, well, we didn't know it was on the horizon. You know, we didn't know one. I actually thought at the start, how are they going to fit Suarez into this front three? How can they do that? But they've done it, and they've done it in style. I mean, Suarez is so unselfish, and he has been all season. His work ethic is brilliant. It's another assist, but the front three combined so well. Neymar has settled in now. It's taken him a year to settle down. It's only taken Suarez about 2 or 3 months to settle down. He didn't get many goals early on. The goals are now coming, and so are the assists. And Messi, once again, you know, over 50 goals, 57 goals so far this season. You look at Neymar. Neymar's on 38 goals now, and of course Suarez is sitting there behind him with 24 goals. It's just incredible.
Beñat with an athletic free kick. They need a lift before half-time.
I wouldn't want Dani Alves leaving the club in the summer either, I'll tell you. I don't think they have a better right back in the club at the moment presently. I think Montoya's okay, but Douglas, you know, I don't think either of those two are anywhere near as good as Dani Alves.
Drifting out harmlessly for a Barcelona goal kick. 5 minutes to go to half-time.
I think he needs to get them in the dressing room and build them up again, because it's going to be a tough second half.
Here's Iñaki Williams on the volley! Oh. It's a terrific effort from the 20-year-old. Might just have skimmed the crossbar.
I think it did. His movement's good, Kevin. He sees the chance. He's telling them where to put it. He hits it on the volley, and it scrapes the top of the crossbar. Oh, I'd love that to have went in. Really would have been great to see that go in the back of the net and make it 2-1. Because I don't know how many good chances they're going to get. Now there's another break on.
Neymar. Iniesta.
Look at Messi, Kevin, working to get it back again.
Well, that's going to be a booking for Gerard Piqué.
Well, he's gone to ground and he knows he shouldn't have. And he acknowledges straight away it was a bad challenge, it was a silly one. And he's got himself a yellow card. I think he knew once he went to the ground, Kevin, his momentum was carrying him forward. He couldn't do anything about it. He put his hands up and said, I can't stop now, but you have to accept the consequences.
Beñat with a free kick. Out comes Ter Stegen, and it's mere catching practice for the German. Neymar. Suarez. And there's going to be a yellow card now for Iraola. Yes.
He knows, Kevin. He knew Suarez was very clever. His first touch was great. It took him past Iraola, and all he could do was foul him and stop him. Look at this lovely piece of play. And he sticks his leg out. Can't let him get through because he was going through one-on-one. Super play. Really classy play.
Not the ideal angle for Messi, but is there an angle that can defeat him? Rakitic is there as another option.
Yeah, but it's Messi. Any angle, he'd take any angle. He can get it on target from anywhere. Do you remember the goal we scored against Atletico Madrid from similar position, maybe even wider?
Rakitic is capable from set pieces. Saw that in his time at Sevilla. But it will be Messi! It's a fabulous stop from Herrera, and the goalkeeper was really stretching for that.
This is a top drawer save. He has to get across and get his hands to it. On target from Lionel Messi. Once again, the little man shows you the magic that he's got in those boots.
Well, quick feet from the goalkeeper to get across to that side. He got there with a small D in the degree of comfort. Atletic just won half-time now, as Jerry was alluding to, trying to regroup, refocus.
Still a bit shell-shocked, Kevin. You know, they've done as much as they could in the first half. They've had a couple of half chances themselves, and Barcelona's had the better chances. They've had most of the possession. They've taken their 2 goals, and the young goalkeeper's been the star man for them. Young Iago Herrera.
Alves. Foul by Adariz. Carlos Velasco Caballo brings it in to the first half of the 2015 Copa del Rey final. A few more deft brushstrokes from Leo Messi to another rich football canvas with the opening goal. And the second one, an excellent attacking move involving that front three. So Barcelona get us underway in the second half. A lovely little moment just before the resumption of this second period when Barcelona's front three were joking, backslapping between them. They get on so well. We've seen that on the pitch, but off the pitch it's a similar story. That integration of Suarez has been very, very successful, as Jerry touched on during first half commentary. It does take a while to settle to a new team, a new league. But I keep harking back to those great comments from Thierry Henry when he pitched up here at the Camp Nou, and he said learning to play the Barcelona way takes time. It's almost like learning a new sport, Henry said, but once you have learned it, the feeling when you master it and it all comes together is like no other. Well, and that's exactly how Suarez must be feeling, Jerry, right now.
Yeah, after a couple of months he was under a little bit of pressure because he wasn't scoring the goals and he had the big price tag, but he was creating goals and the team was happy with his contribution and they knew he would come up with the goals eventually. It's just slotted into place. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. They all started putting them together, and now the pieces have fallen in, and it's perfection at the moment. It really is. It's just fabulous to watch, and you feel sorry sometimes for teams that have to come and play them, because you know Barcelona's going to have 69-70% possession. They've got quality in every department. I just feel sorry for the opposition trying to come and stop and break them down.
No changes in personnel, incidentally, at half-time. Jerry, were you thinking that Atletic might bring the experience of Gurpegi into their defence?
Well, I saw Gurpegi warming up along with a couple of others, and I thought, are they going to try and put him in and maybe go three at the back and go with wing backs? But here, this is Neymar. He was looking for Iniesta, just didn't quite come off that time, but they've given the ball away. They need to keep possession better the second half for me.
There's Iñaki Williams trying to do just that.
Done really well, won the free kick. Sergio Busquets just getting too close to him.
Sergio Busquets' father played in a Copa del Rey final. A goalkeeper with Barca, Carlos. He was a loser that day against Atletico Madrid. Piqué dealing with the bouncing ball comfortably enough. San Jose. Iraola.
He's done well, he's won the corner, and that's what they need to do more of, Kevin. Get up there, put crosses in, get a corner kick, and it gives a chance for San Jose to get forward. Echeta, you've got Adariz, who's excellent in the air. I think that's the only way. They've got to get some more service into the box. Get something. They must score the next goal, though, for me.
Beñat will take the corner. Diving in where the boot was flying was Dani Alves. He's earned the free kick.
Well, he's always been brave.
Got rather less cover on that hair, hasn't he? He's had a pretty sharp razor since we last saw him as Dani Alves.
Well, he got a kick in the head for his troubles as well. He's put his head down a wee bit, but you can see he gets caught in the top of the head there by San Jose. He's okay. He's a tough cookie.
That hairstyle would suit you, Jerry, if you fancy it one day.
Oh, his grey hair is better than nay hair.
Well, we'll see him at some stage, won't we? Xavi Hernandez?
Absolutely, no doubt about it in my mind. He was very relaxed when we saw him earlier. He was walking on the pitch and then went down and sat down beside the doctor and chatted away with some of the other teammates. They were, as Pedro said to us, we're chilled out. He says we're very relaxed.
Well, all the pressure is on the Basques. Can Los Leones, the Lions, roar back into this final? by Benyat. Here's Williams. San Jose. Having his birthday spoiled at the moment. San Jose is 26 today.
Barcelona having to defend for a change. Oh, Dani Alves breaking down the right hand side.
Support from Rakitic. Suarez. Third man run there was from Dani Alves. Didn't quite open up. Barcelona get on with it quickly. And here's Rakitic. No problems in the end for Herrera.
Yeah, there was a deflection from the cross from Rakitic by Laporte, and that took the pressure off a little bit, but they're starting to go forward a lot more in the second half. Bilbao trying to get the next goal. Oh, given away cheaply.
Immediately puts them on the back foot. Neymar slots it in towards Messi. Good position taken up by Velasco Caballo, the referee, and said it was a fair challenge. There was no real appeal from Messi, in all fairness.
I always think that's a clue as well, Kevin. And Iniesta wins it back. Suarez is fouled there. Still not keeping possession long enough. Either Bilbao was saying earlier, 1-2 passes, then they give it away. And then there's a little bit of a panic. You can see them trying to blend. Thiago's trying to get back. I didn't think it was a free kick. It's a good challenge that you can see there. Laporte gets in and makes an excellent challenge, and there is no appeal from Lionel Messi.
Alves. Messi. Dani Alves again. Messi gallops into the middle. Comfortable take, unattended really there. Iago Herrera, who looks early for Iñaki Williams.
Iñaki's done well again, Kevin. Like every time I see this young man, I like more and more what he does. Gets on with it, gets his body in there. He had two defenders, won the free kick.
2 weeks away from his 21st birthday, Iñaki Williams. Not overawed by his presence in this Copa del Rey final.
Well, Xavi stripped and ready to come on. Probably a straight swap with Iniesta.
Benyat with a free kick. Stumped away easily by Mascherano. Stinza. Away by Piqué. Only as far as Mikel Rico. On by Iraola. Iñaki Williams trying to set it up for Iraola. And it'll be an Atletic corner.
It's good from Atletic Bilbao. Really having to go the second half, come out with a little bit more determination and impetus and causing more problems for Barcelona, but they've got to start making these free kicks, corner kicks work, as Luis Enrique pass on final instructions to Xavi Hernandez before he comes on.
Benyat gets in a nice looking cross. Nobody really attacked it in the red and white shirts, and in the end it's life comfortable for Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Wasn't the worst cross in the world, that, from Benyat. They need to get more bodies in and around the goalkeeper. Opportunity to do so now with another Benyat free kick, which will further delay the entrance of Xavi.
You can see Dani Alves is annoyed because the arm comes out, the hand comes out into his face from Anarith. And there's Mascherano and him getting to grips with each other. Looks more like a wrestling match there, doesn't it?
Drifted in by Benyat. Time here for Rakitic. Neymar. Busquets. Lovely touch into the path and stride of Neymar. Now Suarez.
Well, he was stretching there, Suarez. The final pass wasn't a good one, but they've won the throw, and it was a good counter-attack, Kevin.
Well, here comes the change. Jerry has called it absolutely right. It's Iniesta who's going to make way. And for the final time in a quite wonderful career, arguably the greatest Spanish footballer of all time comes into this cup final, the great Xavi Hernandez. His 766th game for the club, an ongoing Barcelona record.
He is something else. He's a superb, and a credit to himself and his family. He just had a great career. I don't think it's totally over yet. The free kick's been given here in favour of Barcelona against Beñat. That's the reason why. No, there was a little bit of pulling from Balenciaga. It wasn't Beñat at all.
Might break here for Suarez. Well, they only did just enough there, Atletic Bilbao, to close out the Uruguayan, who was somewhat asleep there. And eventually, it was Cheta got across to make the vital block here.
Kevin, it's the last-ditch challenge. He sticks his right leg out. He does brilliant at Cheta.
Rakitic. Dani Alves. Barcelona in the mood to put the final to bed here. Offside against Messi.
Well, another one that's quite tight. You can see him coming in behind the full-back. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, right decision. He's at least a foot offside. The linesman's got it spot on.
Markel Susaeta is stripped and ready to come on for Atletic Bilbao.
Yeah, he's offside. You know, when we get the replay sometimes, Kevin, to watch the linesmen and the officials, they have to get it right in free-flowing play, which is a lot quicker than that.
Jerry, this is the end of a quite wonderful career for Andoni Iraola. His last ever match in the red and white of Atletic Bilbao.
What a fabulous player. I remember Guardiola 3 or 4 years ago said he would love to sign Iraola because he was a complete player. He could play anywhere in midfield, anywhere up front, anywhere at the back, and he had such great quality. So there's no better testimony from anyone than Guardiola than that. I just think he's done fantastic for his club and obviously his hometown, and I hope he has a good time in the United States.
Balenciaga is the recipient of it.
He's not happy with it.
Well, he just felt that Messi got his legs in a tangle here.
I don't think he's done anything wrong, Kevin. He hasn't really touched him. He hasn't had a kick at him. I think that's a cheap one. Let's hope he doesn't get another one.
Iraola is all set, we understand, for a move to the United States and the MLS. Xavi on the ball here will be playing his club football in Qatar with Al Sadd. At least that's what everybody expects. I've seen quite a lot of speculation that Paris Saint-Germain might try and make a cheeky move for him on loan. Still do a job, couldn't he, Xavi, at 35 in a major European league?
Absolutely. You know, I could see him contributing to 20-25 games, even though he's 34, 35 now. He still passes the ball well. He still has that fantastic brain and sees passes. He may not see the crucial passes all the time, Kevin, like he used to do 3 or 4 years ago, but I do believe he's still a very fit lad. We looked at him out in the pitch earlier and he looked good. Here's Jordi Alba. Oh, that's uncharacteristic from Jordi Alba, and he holds his hand up. Normally it'd have been on the end of that.
Jordi Alba says he believes this has been his most perfect season as a Barcelona player. his colleagues could yet be on the way to a perfect treble, matching the Guardiola side of the 08-09 season. Athletic supporters doing their best to raise their players here.
Fans have been brilliant, haven't they? Really given plenty of vocal support to both sets of teams, and asked from Atletic Bilbao, trying to raise it just a little bit more to get the next goal and give themselves a fighting chance.
A statement of the obvious, but Athletic have to score next.
Well, a little bit of archy-barchy because this foul coming in another wreath from. Pulls him back. Are they saying it should have been a yellow card, or does the referee feel he goes down a little bit easy? Busquets needs to be careful.
Susaeta's free kick. Athletic win the initial header, but Mikel Rico couldn't make anything of that. Here's Benyat.
I do think it's been a more productive second half, Kevin, from Atletic Bilbao. This 15-minute spell has been excellent, but they haven't scored. And they really got to test this goalkeeper, Ter Stegen.
Iñaki Williams has given that straight to Messi. Just found Dani Alves in a tight spot. Just need to take this decent spell, Athletic Bilbao, into troubling Ter Stegen in that Barcelona goal. Well, you'd think they were leading 2-0, wouldn't you?
Great supporters, Kevin. Absolutely fantastic. Getting behind the team, and it's a day out for them. You know, it's been a great day out for them. And certainly they were in numbers last night in Barcelona and today. And I think they've edged it. I think there's certainly more Atletic Bilbao fans than Barcelona fans in the stadium tonight.
Well, it's brought a response from the Barca fans. They don't want to be out-shouted in their home stadium. At the sight of close to 40-odd thousand red and white shirts in the Camp Nou is something to behold.
I've never seen anything like it before, Kevin. It's given us such a great atmosphere. And the first half was excellent, and Bilbao really pushing it to try and get the next goal. Susaeta still warming up.
Lots of space here for Rakitic. Suarez looking to bend his run and stay onside. Messi, Alves. Rakitic coming from an offside position there.
You can see the back four of Atletic Bilbao are pushed up, Kevin, quite a high line, trying to catch them offside, but they did that for the second goal and it cost them. They get it wrong again, it's going to be a third goal.
Susaeta's introduction is making it look more like a genuine front three now for Athletic Bilbao. They need to gamble in the position they are. Here's Iñaki Williams. Can't find a way past Busquets. Xavi purposely played there to Lionel Messi, so strong.
Well, Benyat's done well getting a foot in there. This is part of the gamble for them, pushing players forward, leaving themselves only three at the back on occasions. You get Messi on a one-on-one. could spell big trouble.
Here's Beñat, who's in his second spell with Atletic. Hasn't really hit the heights of his form when he was at Real Betis. It earned him some Spanish caps. By Athletic standards, they paid big money to get Beñat back to San Mamés, €8 million.
Mistake from Mikel Rico. Annoyed with himself. All the president's men.
Just caught sight there of Josu Urrutia, who was a former defender with Atletic Bilbao. He's the club president these days.
That's
watching
onside.
Neymar in possession, in good position here to threaten the Brazilian. It's Neymar! My goodness.
Wow. Everything went right until he came inside on his right foot. I don't know if it bobbled or he miscued, but it's not what we were expecting. Does really well here. Good ball from Xavi. Wide to Neymar. He picks it up one-on-one, skips inside. 1-2 players, and then he's trying to bend it into the top corner, and he gets it totally wrong.
Joint top scorer in the Copa del Rey now this season. Neymar with that first half goal, equaling the 7 of Sevilla's Iago Aspas.
Look at this.
Yellow card arriving here for Iñaki Williams.
Well, he's got no options now because he keeps it in play. He chases after Rakitic, and he clips him from behind. He's a young player. He's inexperienced. He's learning his trade. I think he's doing really well this season, and there's better things to come.
Front row on the left there is Bartomeu, the current president of Barcelona. Free kick delivered by Xavi. Almost fell for Suarez, but the offside flag is up.
I think he was actually onside. Suarez, whoever was behind him was offside, but he misses the ball. Let's have a look, see. Well, no, there's 2 of them offside. Somebody in front of us, Neymar and Suarez, are both offside. They both missed the ball.
Suzaeta is going to lose out in that chase.
Well, he should provide them with more width. They need to get him out this wide position, especially as Jordi Alba likes to push forward. Gets him on the break, he can get down and maybe produce something for that area. He needs better service than he's had. Lovely 1-2, Rakitic and Dani Alves. Oh, free kick.
Well, Beñat clearly disagrees. But once again, look at the position there of Carlos Velasco Caballo. He sees that from close quarters and favoured Alves. Luis Enrique, as I said earlier, it's not all been plain sailing in his first season in charge. You remember that first game of 2015 after the winter break when he rested Messi, Neymar and Dani Alves and lost at Real Sociedad. After that, though, it's been glory all the way. There was some talk that he'd fallen out with 1 or 2 of the players, perhaps Messi. Not always the easiest character to get on with, Luis Enrique. Jerry, you know that.
Yeah.
You know that well enough. He can be taciturn at times. He's a different character to Pep Guardiola, but they're all in harmony at the moment.
They are. He's done really well, and he's been the boss as well, to actually force a hand to some of the players and say, right, this is the way it is. He did it with Piqué at the start when Piqué was a little bit tardy and late and not putting in the total effort, and he left him on the bench, and he said, look, I ain't going to pick you then. So they've all upped the ante. He had a little bit of a tete-a-tete with Messi as well, and he's come out on top. The players are playing well. It's the best I've seen Barcelona play for quite a few years now, and the front 3 are so good, it's untrue. PK on the ball, can't finish on it.
Mikel Rico, only to Alves. Barcelona Potentially now just a little over 20 minutes away from their 27th Copa del Rey success.
Well, I still think Luis Enrique is looking to make a change to try and save some legs. He's maybe starting to think ahead to Champions League.
Here's Xavi.
He's got a good bench as well. That's a great ball.
Spears that inch perfect for Dani Alves.
Well, super pass.
Might just have been the pass of the game, and there's been a few good ones.
What a super pass from left to right. Excellent. I think still considering who it's going to be. Look at this first touch, and then it's blocked. Had a great game again. Dani Alves gets forward all the time.
Here's Messi. Alves. Rakitic will settle for the Barcelona throw.
Well, they're going to make a change. It's just who and where.
No way through for Suarez. No pressure here on Mascherano. Jordi Alba. Xavi. Alves. Rakitic. Well, these are hard yards now for the Athletic players. Messi.
Well, he's overhead that one. He's just losing a little bit of momentum, Kevin, for me, the last 10-15 minutes, and certainly it has been a really good start to the second half, but Ernesto Valverde's looking to making more changes down below. He's going to take another big gamble, I think, as Neymar wins back the ball.
Atletic Bilbao will get Ander Iturraspe and Ibai Gomez on from the bench in the next break. Iturraspe a holding midfield player, Ibai Gomez a winger. Mascherano. Xavi to Rakitic. Now drops for Dani Alves. Neymar. Back to Alves. He's got in behind Mikel Rico here. And in goes Messi! Barcelona's Cup in 2015 now assured with another Lionel Messi goal. 3-0, there's no way back for the Basques.
Well, that's the icing on the cake, and Kevin, it looked like they dealt with it because the ball from Dani Alves after a lovely 1-2, he goes beyond. Watch it here. He's gone on, and you can see he's going to get the cross in, but there's two defenders in front of Messi, and they go to sleep. They just go to sleep, and Messi poaches in front. He's will o' the wisp. He jumps in front, outside of the left foot, sticks it in the back of the net, and it's poor defending from Atletic Bilbao. But it's Lionel Messi once again who's wide awake, and well done. Another assist from Dani Alves.
Well, Luis Enrique knows it now. That is part two of the bid for the treble accomplished. Adariz knows it.
Well, they flirted with it. the opportunities for 15-20 minutes. It's Mikel Rico coming off now, who's worked his socks off. But Kevin, they had to go for 15-20 minutes and came close to sort of trying to get a goal back, but they came up short. And that's the bottom line. And then they've gone to Snake for the third goal.
Just to confirm those changes, Mikel Rico off, Ibai Gomez on, and it was Benyat who made way for Iturraspe. Well, seemingly now just a case of if Barcelona want any more goals in this final. That third goal really has silenced the Athletic support now, at least for the time being. I'm sure they'll find their voices again. It's Catalan throats that are ruling the roost right now.
Well, they're just in cruise control, Kevin. With 15 minutes to go, they can pass it and do what they want, you know, and that's what they'll probably do. And I can see certainly substitutes coming on for Barcelona. There's two of them there. Pedro is certainly one of them.
Jeremy Mathieu, the other.
Yeah. So you can rest the player at the back and rest the player up front, and then start to concentrate on Juventus next Saturday. Oh, free kick. Advantage played by the referee.
Here's Xavi, helps it on beautifully to Suarez, and good alert goalkeeping in the end from Iago Herrera.
Another piece of excellent goalkeeping, and Suarez looking to poach on the end of this little pass from Xavi Hernandez. A tight one. Looked like he might have been offside.
Meantime, it's Mathieu who's going to replace Jordi Alba. Another very sound performance from the excellent left back. Mathieu been playing mostly as a centre back in his recent career, but played a lot in his early years at Valencia at left back, so can easily slot in there.
He plays where the manager Luis Enrique puts him. He complained about that before when they played against Real Madrid, and it backfired when he played left back, and he had a moment up about it, but I think he's kept quiet since. Now, Suarez coming off, he's worked hard, need his legs for next week. He's been out injured. It's a good move for me.
Well, the pictures tell the story of the impact Luis Suarez has made. And on comes Pedro Rodriguez.
I was speaking to him earlier, Kevin, with you, and I was saying, is it 11 or 12 goals you've got this season? He said 11. Well, maybe it'll be 12 by the end of this game, because there's going to be a few opportunities as Bilbao start to chase the lost cause.
Neymar earning the free kick.
Yeah, the foul from San Jose. This is the cross in, Kevin, earlier. And look at the defend, and he just goes to sleep, doesn't he? Bustinza, the young fullback. And Messi's in front of him, and you cannot allow him to get in front of you.
I must say, Jerry, when we saw the team sheet, we did worry a little bit for the Bas, didn't we? So much inexperience in that back four.
Well, he knew it was a gamble. He had to. Four times he's played in the first team before. It was a massive gamble. Look at this from Messi.
Wonderful stuff again. Here's Alves, Messi, turning on the style again. Neymar.
Onside. Oh, tight one. This is where they're trying to capitalise on them, pushing players forward. Looking a little bit tired. Let's say, oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure he was. Get out of jail free card for him there. I think it's showtime. 58 goals from Lionel Messi this season, Kevin, and it's not over yet.
Useful ball in, and the header finds the net from Iñaki Williams. The 20-year-old is a scorer in the cup final, and it gives Atletic Bilbao a smidgen of hope of the most unlikely comeback.
Well, he came to closest to the first half, Kevin, with a volley off the top of the crossbar. He's worked his socks off. He's done really well here. Have a look at him getting up. He pushes his way. He fights for the line of the ball, and then he sticks it in the back of the net. That's a great piece of play against Busquets. Busquets not physically strong enough to stop Iñaki Williams, getting that lovely glancing header that nestles in the back of the net, and they deserve a goal for their efforts in the second half for me.
PK. Busquets. Tenerife trying to claim he took the ball. Velasco Caballo saying he got a piece of Busquets. I think it was the case, yes.
He got a big piece from Kevin. He hit both legs.
Pedro. Rakitic. Mathieu. Forward by Echeta. PK getting the call, I think, from Mascherano that would be all the way through to Ter Stegen.
Yeah, it was a good call as well. Keeper was out quickly. A lot of space on his right-hand side.
This is Pedro. One of the few misplaced passes from Barcelona tonight.
I think it's one of those where it takes you 5 or 10 minutes to get into the game as a substitute.
Well, Jerry, they've been helped, and we have to say that in terms of their goals, apart from the opener from Messi, which was I mean, just you can't defend that kind of genius, but the other 2 goals were preventable. But aside from that, you know, how close is this Barcelona performance in its totality to what we were seeing under Guardiola? It has to be right up there.
It is right up there. I think the last 4 months, the season of this season, you know, I know Real Madrid sort of dallied and didn't perform as they should have done January, February. But you can't take it away from Barcelona. They've come from a long way back, a lot of points back, and overhauled them. They've done really, really well as Ter Stegen punches that one clear. And I think the last 4 months is as good as perfection as you got. That's a good strike on target.
Ibai Gomez with the effort.
Well, it's coming in. It's hit first time on the volley. It's a good strike.
Well, they're not going to go down, if they are to be defeated here, with a whimper. Atletic Bilbao, they want to make the last few minutes really interesting. Tenerife. Bustinza with a cross. Drops nicely. Oh. And he just couldn't keep the half volley down. Ibai Gomez, but it was inviting.
It was, and he's come into the match and he's caused an impact for me. He's had 1 shot on target. He pops up, there's a deflection. He tries to take it in the half volley. It's a difficult skill, obviously. It's on the way up and he can't control the shot going over the crossbar, but it's a much better effort. I think they've made it more entertaining in the second half, Atletic Bilbao, because of the way they performed.
Here's Williams. Now Suzaeta. Red and white shirts gather in the Barcelona penalty area. Wouldn't quite drop for San Jose. Back out with Markel Suzaeta. Pedro.
Tackle. That's a bad tackle. It was late. It's got to be a yellow card.
Bustinza was the offender, and Carlos Velasco Caballo, as we're watching the replays, gone across to have a word in the ear of Bustinza, but rather lenient there. Tend to side with Jerry. Could easily have been a yellow, that. Neymar getting a push from Bustinza.
Again, he's a little bit impetuous, isn't he, Bustinza?
3 senior appearances, that's all before this cup final. One of them earned him a red card against Atletico Madrid, the skipper of the Atletic Bilbao B team. I think they have missed Oscar DeMarcos and his industry.
Yes.
Mr. Versatile.
Yeah, he's not even in the squad, or he's in the squad but not on the bench, so he has to be injured, Kevin, and he's a quality player. But I don't, even with Oscar, I don't think they could have done anything today, because this is just an awesome Barcelona side, really is. And you look at the goals that they've scored, it's been absolutely breathtaking. It's 120 goals now, the front three, Kevin. That's the foul on Neymar.
Well, what Barcelona are, and they've got so many qualities, is a bunch of professionals who have an insatiable appetite for trophies. They don't prioritise one over the other either. You talk to the Barcelona players ahead of this cup final, they say this trophy is as important to us as winning the Champions League. Neymar with a little bit of showboating, and the Athletic players don't like that. They really don't like that.
Well, he shouldn't be showboating, but that's why they're getting annoyed, you know. He's turning on the stand. San Jose not happy with him.
Show us some respect, I think, is the message.
Well, it could turn nasty. We don't want to turn it into what happened in 1984.
Mikel Rico's just been substituted, looking to get involved as well.
Well, it's Bustinza as well, Kevin, isn't it? He's been very fortunate, but this is the showboating you don't like to see, and then he goes down so easy. I think they're more annoyed about that than anything.
Mixture, maybe, perhaps. Well, we'll see in the remaining minutes whether it has calmed down out there. That chaos at the end of the '84 final that Jerry was touching on there. I watched it back earlier this week, and it was quite remarkable. Events that led to Maradona getting a 3-month ban. That final proved to be his last game for Barcelona.
When you've got people like Alessandro and Migueli and Goycochea all in the one part, something's going to happen.
Well, plenty happening out here at the moment. There's a booking for Neymar.
It's not that bad a challenge, Kevin, again. But I think it's because of the last incident that the referees reacted to that. Neymar's got himself a yellow card. Adariz was booked for something off the ball, or something he said, I think, Kevin.
What a
great ball.
Wonderful first-time pass from Messi. Just didn't quite see its way through to Neymar. Brazilian, the arch-villain of everyone with an association to Athletic right now. Heading towards the 90th minute. Barcelona fans going through their repertoire of victory songs, which will last long into the night here in Catalonia. Neymar.
He's going to get booked now.
Suzayato, the late one there on the Brazilian. The feud simmers on.
Well, the ball's gone, Kevin. He's still having a swing on him, and Neymar does go down easy, but there's no necessity for it. He really doesn't need to have a kick on him. He's already kicked the ball away.
Well, Gerard Piqué making sure that Busquets stays out of the picture. Piqué's just saying, look, no need. We're 3-1 up. We're heading into stoppage time. Just don't get anything more than a yellow card. That would be foolish.
Temper's starting to get fred as we come towards the end, Kevin. It's a free kick in a good position.
Messi,
he's over the ball
the game in a Messi-dominated final.
But Xavi's there as well. If you fancy the right foot, you've got Neymar. If you fancy the right foot, Messi on the left. He's had one free kick in the first half that hit the target, forced a great save from Iago Pereira.
Well, what a story this could be. Xavi Hernandez finds the net, his last ever game at the Camp Nou. What a gloss this would put on a joyous Barca performance. Oh,
what a
he
save.
nearly made it. Just hit the outside of the post, I think.
Kevin, that's a great save. I think he gets a fingertip to it here. The keeper, have a look. No, it hits the post. Super effort from Xavi. We're talking an inch away from being in the back of the net.
Well, we had one of the 4 extra minutes. Brave as Lions. Athletic, Jerry, as we knew they would be in this final, but ultimately outclassed.
Yeah, it's all about the class as well, Kevin, I have to say, and the way they've dominated games. And Barcelona's done this so well over the last 4 or 5 months. But Bilbao, I think Atletic Bilbao played their part. Certainly good second half and had it going. Look at this, Pedro breaking down the right-hand side.
He's going to check back into trouble, though.
But you can't stop that front three, Kevin. You know, we said at the very start, 117 goals from the front three. It's now 120. The front three have got themselves another 3 goals and assists between them. That's the answer. You know, you cannot stop all of them. You might stop one of them on the night, the other 2 will kill you. A goal like Messi scored for the first one is just outrageous. Really is outrageous.
Just figure that, everyone, for a second or two. 120 goals amongst your 3 strikers in one season. I wonder if we will ever see the likes again. Said that when Messi, Eto'o and Henry were running the show here at the Camp Nou. They only got 100 that season. A treble-winning season.
It's only getting better. Here's Mathieu.
Heading now for the final 60 seconds.
That was an attacking player's challenge from Suzayato, wasn't it?
This is Piqué. Alves still full of running. Going to have to get his contract sorted out. Dani Alves.
I don't think there's anybody better than him at the club. Definitely not. In my opinion, I would sign him again.
Here's Rakitic. Mascherano. Ivan Rakitic again. Very last moments now of the 2015 Copa del Rey final. It's going to be a losing final in his first in the cup showpiece for Adderith. Can't add to his 26 goals this season. It's Barcelona's cup.